Yeah, so maybe I should either stop telling people that I sew or just don't ask them what they're going to wear, what I made to. Yeah, maybe that's it. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyla, and if you're one of my returning subscribers, thanks so much for stopping by. Well, the cool, crisp air is here, and I'm ready for it. And today I'm sharing all my cozy, comfy makes over home decorating items, accessories, and apparel. And I've also got an item that I'm going to share with you that I first started building the beginning of the year. I finally finished it up and I've got it ready and set to go so I can sip my tea and just sit back, relax, and close the world out. All right, let's get started. I'm sure you all are aware that the Pantone color of 2025 is Mocha Mousse, and the fall trending color is dark chocolate, or sometimes it's referred to as teddy bear or hot chocolate. Both of which are colors that have always been on my color wheel because I love the earth tones. And as I started looking around, I said, I've got a lot of dark chocolate and mocha mousse and caramel and cafe au lait and creme brulee already made up. So I thought I would share some of my cozy makes with you guys today. Okay, so I'll start with apparel. These are some of the fabrics that I've been perusing online that I came across that I thought would make really nice garments. Okay, so I've got this mocha brown black leopard print stretch polyester jersey knit. I thought right off the bat, loungewear. I could see the rib knit trim around the top, around the cuffs, and just some nice comfy pants. So that one caught my eye. And then this mohair, oh yes, the mohair boucle. Either lining on the back of a blanket as a throw on the couch or as a cape. And mocha mousse kind of has a little bit of a pinkish undertone. So I can see why they're calling it rose tan here, because you can definitely see a little bit of pink in mocha mousse. All right. Oh, this beautiful brown wool tweed with metallic inserts. I thought two-piece suit right away. Or just a sheath style dress, maybe with some princess darts in the front and the back. I didn't pull the trigger on this one though, because I have a fabric similar to it, which is probably why this caught my eye, that I'm going to be making a skirt out of in an upcoming video. But that's beautiful though. All right. Oh, yes. I love a nice espresso suit on a man. And this Italian wool stretch suiting really caught my eye. And I thought, yes. Nice tailored suit jacket and tailored tapered pants, as this gentleman here is wearing. I'm pretty sure he's AI, but he looks nice. So I thought I would just throw him in there. That, yeah, an espresso suit on a man is really nice. And also chino style and wool jackets too. And I found this gentleman who also looks nice as well in his beautiful brown outfit. But don't discount brown fabrics on men. I don't see a lot of men wearing them. I don't know why. I mainly see them in blue and gray and black. Maybe that's just a Michigan thing where I live. I don't know. But brown is nice for guys. So if any guys out there and you sew, get you some brown suits. They look sharp. Let's see, what else did I come across? Oh, yes. This snakeskin poly chiffon fabric. I thought blouse right away, or beautiful flowy slip style dress, maybe cut on the bias so that it kind of curves and hugs like a mermaid effect. And snakeskin is hot. Snakeskin never, for some people, animal print never goes away, and they would prefer to wear it in a chiffon or faux fur than the real stuff. Okay, what did I come across next? Oh, this is the fabric that I pulled the trigger on. This burnt brown silk crinkle chiffon. I got 3 yards because I'm gonna make a kind of a flowy style blouse out of it. And I referred back to my pattern, McCall's M8147. I made this earlier this year and thought at the time when I was making it that it would be a really nice sheer chiffon flowy, kind of like the bohemian chic tops that you've been seeing everywhere. So I'm working on that and I've just about finished it up. So hopefully I should be able to show you guys what it looks like before the end of this video. Okay, and then, oh, this hazelnut brown Aussie 3D embossed gator vinyl. I thought oversized clutch, tote bag, right away. And I think my heavy duty may be able to handle it. I don't know, but I'm really close to pulling the trigger on that one because it's just stunning to me. I love that gradient effect with that embossing. So that might be, yeah, that might be another video to come along to. Okay, let's see. Oh, faux fur. Of course, that is the quintessential cozy fabric of the winter season. And I came across this brown wolf fabric that I saw online, but I have this this ruche faux fur that I picked up from my favorite local discount fabric house, Discount Fabric Outlet in Clawson. If you're in the Michigan area, it's in Clawson. Great prices. I got 2 yards because they had all these faux fur end pieces and you had to buy the entire piece. $4.99 a yard. So I'm making a crop style bomber jacket with a collar, and that will be an upcoming video as well. So I can't wait to dive into that because the weather right now is still not where we're bone chilling cold and I can get away with wearing something like that. And speaking of faux fur, this vest, story time, not so funny story time. I worked at the store called Ann Taylor Loft, or sometimes it's referred to as just The Loft. It's related to Ann Taylor stores. So if you're familiar with those stores, let me know in the comments if you've been to any of them. And I worked at The Loft for just Christmas holiday seasons and just sometimes during the week in the evenings just to make some extra side money. I wore this vest and I wore it over some loft clothing because a requirement to work there was that we either had to wear clothing that they made or wear something that was loft-esque, if you will. So I wore this vest because it was wintertime and this girl stopped me in the store and said how much she loved it and thought, oh, that is just so cute. Did that come from here? And I said, no, I made it. And she said, oh, wow, I've been looking for something like that. I've got this party coming up in a couple of weeks and that would be perfect. Do you think you could make one for me? So I thought, okay, I'll throw a price out at her and see if she, says, sure, go ahead. Because most of the time people don't want to pay the pricing of what a sewist will give them, but they'll buy it from the luxury brand store. That's a whole nother subject. So I threw out $65 because it's just a basic cropped vest that's barely half a yard of fabric. No zippers, no buttons, no hooks and eyes, just the lining, the fabric, zip, zip, and I'm done. And she said, oh, perfect, that's fine. Yes, I like one. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I take half up front. So if you have that now, we can exchange information and get that going. She said, yep, I have it. And I think we did Cash App or Venmo or something like that. So that was fine. I made it. It was a quick turnaround because it was a quick vest. And I met her to deliver it to her. And then when I got the shock of my life when I asked her, so what kind of party are you going to and how are you going to style this up? Here I am thinking that this is just some party with some, I don't know, girlfriends and they're going out and she's going to have this just regular clothing underneath. She told me that she was wearing it to a Halloween party and that her costume was a slaughtered deer. Yeah. It took me a minute to process. And have you ever had somebody tell you something you couldn't believe what you were hearing, and all of a sudden their voice kind of goes away because your mind is processing what they just said? So in the background, I could kind of hear bits and pieces because she's still talking about how she's going to style this up, and she's going to have some antlers that are broken, and she's going to put red paint all over it. She knew exactly what I was thinking. And before I could even part my lips to say anything, she said, "Oh, don't worry, I won't tell anyone that you made it." And I said, "Good, good. Okay, well, you have a good one. Enjoy your party." And I turned around and just left. Oh, yeah. I couldn't believe that that's what she was going to use it for. I mean, I don't belong to PETA, but yeah, I'm not for the slaughtering and the displaying of slaughtered animals in that way. I'm not even big on gory Halloween. In one of the videos I made last year, I think I shared that I like pretty Halloween, which doesn't include eyeballs falling out. Oh my God, where's their tongue? There's an arm that's missing, or slaughtered animals. So I told my mom about it, and she said, "You know what, maybe just don't ask people what they're going to wear your stuff to. Just don't ask them." So I'm like, yeah. Either that or just stop telling people you make stuff so that they won't ask you to make anything. So yeah, every time I wear this vest now, I have this flashback of this girl that was having some type of macabre Halloween celebration as a slaughtered deer in this vest. And the fabric is supposed to be a chinchilla look. It came from Mood Fabrics. I got it, I think, a year-end sale, so it was a really good price. And I just got 1 yard. So I had enough to make another. I got 2 vests out of it, mine and the one that I made for her. People are something else. They really are. Okay. But back to my perusing on the websites, because now I'm kind of going to go into home decor. Mocha Mousse and Chocolate Brown both they both make really just calm, cooling, very serene, tranquil type settings to me, which is probably why I fall asleep in my front room all the time. Because I have my throw, I have all my pillows around me, have the fireplace going, and whatever is on TV, I've missed it because I've fallen asleep. But I came across these fabrics and I thought these would make beautiful throw pillows covering, even upholstering an entire couch, and making oversized side chairs and floor cushions. This soft brown velvet, I thought, was absolutely gorgeous. And you could pop that with so many different colors that are bright to liven up the room if you didn't want everything to be quite so dark. This velvet upholstery fabric, I thought the same. Throw pillows, couch, but just on a lighter scale. And this espresso velvet, that just made me think of a big oversized comfy chair with a matching ottoman and probably something else for me to fall asleep in. Yeah. But these colors are also good for outdoor furniture. And I don't know where these settings are. I'm pretty sure the furniture is from probably someplace like Restoration Hardware. But in a couple of months, I'd like to be wherever this outdoor furniture is. Because when we're covered in snow, this is where I want to be. So now that we've gone through home decor and what I like and what I would make if I were making some home decor items, I'd like to show you guys this item that I've been working on since spring, and it took me a while to put everything together, but here it is. I'm calling this my curated art gallery / tea bar. I found this hutch on Wayfair and thought that it was perfect for the sizing being flush to the wall because this is my dining room and it's small. And I counted off just enough sections to house my grandmother and great-grandmother's ceramic pieces. I've got my great-grandmother at the top and the sides here, all around, surrounding. This is my grandmother's piece in the middle, one of her teapots, and an urn that belonged to her as well. Grandma was into more modern art. I believe this is just American, and she liked Japanese art. I'm not sure who this is by. There's nothing on the bottom. It's just got some numbers on the bottom. My great-grandma got pieces from a lot of antique shows, and some of these say Austria on the back and Prussia on the bottom. So I'm not sure how old they are, and I don't even know if I have all of the pieces, but she was able to give me these when she was alive. My grandmother's pieces I got after she passed. I wanted something to display their pieces because I think that when you have items from a loved one, you shouldn't hide them. Don't put them in a tote or a back room or an attic or the basement or in storage. You should display them because they meant something to you and you want to share those pieces with the world. They kind of fit together, which I wasn't even planning on, but it just kind of worked out that way. And no, they don't match any of the colorings in my house or in this room in particular, but that's okay. They belong to them and they mean something to me. Now I want to show you an addition that I had to add to this because it was a little bit dark for me on the inside and I kind of want a spotlight on each one of these pieces. I got this set of 5 LED lights and the amount was perfect for where I wanted to place them. Since I was trying to create a shadow box effect and they have adhesive on the bottoms, they were easy for me to stick in place to how I wanted the light to reflect off of their pieces. Some I use the adhesive on them, and then these two I just propped on the side so that they would come up at an angle. And at night when I have all the lights off, I just sit back, enjoy my tea, and admire them. And they also come with a remote control where I can change the color. So let's make this orange because it is pumpkin season. And at the bottom here, this is where I have all my cookbooks now. So instead of having these in the office, they're actually in the dining room where I can reach for them when I need to pull out a recipe. And then on this side, this is where I'll store cups. I've got some more cooking magazines here. And then in this top drawer, I'm going to line that and put my silverware in it. It took me a while to find the right piece of furniture to house my grandmother and my great-grandmother's items while also making it functional for my use. And I love tea. I knew I wanted something compact and sleek, and I went with that digital kettle because a lot of kettles are really decorative and they're cutesy and they look like they're for the stove maybe, but I wanted something that was dark, that just blended right in, that didn't take away from their items around it. So I like how it blends into the background. And I never knew what temperature white tea, green tea, oolong, black tea should even be heated up to. I've just been putting water in the microwave. But apparently I've been told that I've been having tea the wrong way and that I'm probably just burning the leaves, which is why I get that burnt taste at the end of most of the cups of tea. So now that I've been experimenting with different types, I can tell the difference in flavor. So I'm really happy with that digital kettle. And I love how it looks with the lighting, and I can't wait to change the little lights in accordance with whatever holiday is going on or what mood I'm feeling. So yeah, that's a nice little DIY thing that you can do if there aren't lights that are already in some type of a hutch or a bookcase or a glass casing. You can add those little LED lights. They just go on with adhesive stickers on the bottom, and painting them the color of that piece of furniture is a really good idea to make them blend in even more. I'm so glad I did that. Well, that brings us to the end of my cozy makes, my coziness, my comfort zone video today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you're staying safe, staying in the house, staying warm if you're in the Midwest or somewhere cold like me, and hunkering down and getting ready for the winter. I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye, everyone. Okay, so these are the changes that I made to the pattern. First off, I elongated the bodice because I wanted to give it a more sweeping effect. And I also made the ties longer in the front as well. I might tie them in their classic bow shape, but I kind of like them just knotted like that, almost like a tie. And then I used my overlock serger to finish off all the seams except for the casing for the elastic on the sleeves. That was the only area where I used my regular machine just to make a straight stitch and then fed some elastic through. I left the facing off and just finished off the insides. And then I used the rolled edge hem to finish off the keyhole opening in the back, and then also the hem at the bottom, because most likely this will be tucked in and out and just, casual. I love how this turned out in a sheer fabric, almost better than the woven rayon print that I used when I made this the first time. All right, now I can try it on.